Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Berquist, and we are going to practice more with our sentence formation. Now, remember, all of our sentences need to have good spacing in between our words so they're not all jumbled together. We need to start all of our sentences with an uppercase letter, and we always make sure we have a punctuation at the end, whether it's a question mark, an exclamation point to show that we're excited, or a period. So this is my first sentence, so I'm going to go ahead and read it, and don't forget you need to have your pointer finger so you can read it with me. The cat is playing with his toy. Now I can go ahead and see that I already have some mistakes in my sentence. The first two don't have a space in between them. These words don't have a space, and it ends with a question, and I don't think that this sentence is asking me anything. But I'm going to start in the beginning, and I see right away that the first letter is a lowercase letter. Now I know that all sentences start with an uppercase. And remember, uppercase letters touch the headline, the waistline, and the footline of my lines. So I'm going to start with a capital or an uppercase T and spell the word the. Next is the word cat, but I need to make sure I have a space so I can use my finger. Sometimes in class we use our spacemen, or you can use another pen or pencil to have a space. You can use the tip of an eraser to help you with your space. I'm going to use my finger, and then the next word is the word cat. Now the word cat should be all lowercase because it's in the middle of my sentence and it's not somebody's name. My next word is. I see that I have a space, so I need another space. And I'm going to write the word is. I-S. These two letters only need the waistline and the footline of my three lines. The next one is playing, but I need to make sure that I have a space in between my two words so they're not jumbled together. And I'm going to write the word playing. My G comes below the foot line with a hook. I need a space and then the word with. Space for his. Now I don't have enough space to write the word toy, so I can come down to the next line. If I don't have enough space to write the word toy, I'm not going to smash it into the word or into the next word, and I'm not going to write it down like a waterfall. I'm going to go right next to the next line and write the word toy. Now this sentence up here ends with a question mark, but is my sentence asking me something? So if I read it again, the cat is playing with his toy. Is that asking me anything? Do I have to answer it? Nope. So I don't need a question mark. I need a period, and a period tells my reader to stop reading. So I'm going to put a period, which is a little dot at the bottom, to tell my reader to stop reading. So there's my sentence, and you can read it with me. The cat is playing with his toy. And I have nice spaces between my words. I have a capital uppercase letter, and all of my other letters are lowercase in my sentence. My next sentence, I see some things wrong with this one already. I'm going to read it first, so I'm going to use my pointer finger. Ben was reading a good book. I see first off that I don't have an uppercase letter to start off my sentence, and my first word is somebody's name, and names always start with an uppercase letter. So I need an uppercase B for Ben, making sure my uppercase letter hits the headline, waistline, and footline. Then I need a finger space. You can use pen, pencil, or eraser to help you. The word was, and that should be all lowercase letters. My next one is reading. It has all lowercase letters, so I'm going to use my finger for my space and write the word reading. Making sure my G hooks below the line. Next is the word A. Now, A is an uppercase letter in my sentence, but when I write it, it should be uppercase or lowercase. It should be lowercase because it's in the middle of my sentence. So I need a space and then a lowercase a. The next one is good. It starts with a lowercase letter, but now I have two uppercase letters. I should not have uppercase letters in the middle of my sentence or in the middle of my word. So I need two lowercase O's. And then I need a space. And again, I have two uppercase O's in book, but should those be uppercase? Nope, they should both be lowercase because they're in the middle of my word. This sentence up here doesn't have an ending punctuation. Remember, a punctuation at the end of our sentences tell us what kind of sentence it is and what should the reader do. So I'm going to read the sentence again to see what kind of punctuation I need. Ben was reading a good book. Should I use a question mark, an exclamation point, or a period? I'm going to use a period because I'm telling somebody something. I'm telling somebody that Ben was reading a good book. My next sentence, now this looks all kind of, oh no. So I'm going to read it. I ran into my sister. Now, first, I can see that the beginning of my sentence starts with a lowercase letter, but I need to start with an uppercase letter. And also, it's the word I. And when I is by itself, it's a word, and it's always uppercase. When I is by itself, it should always be uppercase. So I'm going to have an uppercase I using headline, waistline, footline. Then I need my space, so I'm going to use my finger. And I'm going to write the word ran. Those are all lowercase letters. Next is into, so I need a space. Remember, you can use your pencil, another pen, an eraser for into. Oh, they don't have a space up here, so make sure you have your space down here. This is the word my. Up here, my is uppercase, but my should be all lowercase letters. Remember, words and letters in the middle of my sentence should always be lowercase. Next, I need a space for sister. Sister starts with a lowercase s, but should it have an uppercase I? I is not its own word in this case, and it's in the middle of a word, so it should be a lowercase I. And the T should also be a lowercase t because it's in the middle of a word and it's not the beginning of my sentence. Now this sentence doesn't have an ending punctuation, so I'm going to read my sentence again to see what kind of punctuation mark I need to put at the end. You can read it with me, don't forget your pointer finger. I ran into my sister. Now, it's not a question, it's not asking me anything. You could be telling somebody something, or if you ran into your sister really hard, you might be shouting it or exclaiming it. So you could say, I ran into my sister. So you might need an exclamation point to tell your reader that you are excited or you're really mad. So I ran into my sister, and that exclamation point tells your reader that you're really excited.